So I'm back. Been a long time. It's been a long time. You know what, man? I'm just gonna shoot from the hip right now. The last time I was here, I did a preview show for the Royal Rumble, and ever since then, I just stopped doing podcasting. I just didn't feel like doing it. I wanna know why? Because of dumbasses like this freaking idiot who calls himself God's gift. Tomorrow's Raw taping is all drawing this pay-per-view, and WWE's last POE did 90K, so by that logic, WWE fans must be super pleased with the product, right? By the way, 10K tickets sold in a venue that has a capacity of 20K equals sellout apparently. You jealous sons of bitches. You dirty, jealous ass sons of fucking bitches. This is coming from an article on Finesse that, you know, about the Revolution being sold out, which it was. And there was a ton of people, which there was. And everyone had a great time, which is exactly what happened. But these vault dwellers, these little knickknacks, these fucking retarded idiots out there, they want to come out and spread any type of negativity, bullshit, just to justify the fact that their life sucks, their product sucks. They hate the fact of being overpriced. They hate the fact that they had to go from the WWE network to fucking Peacock to now fucking Netflix to now fucking ESPN, going from paywall to paywall to paywall, having to go through VPN to VPN. These are the types of people who will pay a $20 subscription in one area to see one WWE show. They'll pay another $20 a month to see it in another area, and they have the fucking gall to come at us and say paying $40 for a pay-per-view is stupid. Which, by the way, lasts like about 5 hours and you get nothing but pure wrestling. But they want to cause this bullshit. Why? They want to talk about that they're the greatest promotion in the entire world. Listen, they are just a promotion people know due to being here for over 50 years. When you continue to do what you do over 50 years, it just becomes word of mouth household name. This isn't a startup that happened 6 years ago, and now it's the number 2 best winning promotion in the world. I don't know, in the United States. And doing things that garner people's interest. You don't even love the product anymore, WWE fans. You don't even like the wrestling anymore. You never even talk about what segment you like, what match you like, why this was great. No, you spend all your time trying to talk about us, talking about AEW fans. Or how we don't have people in the venues, or our ratings are low, or studios are small, or look at these guys, and look at these guys. Meanwhile, no one else gives a shit about any of you guys in the WWE. We just so pity on you. Because we're scratching our heads as to why grown-ass men are spending upwards to $2,000, probably even more than that, to go to a venue just so they can sing along with the theme songs Yeet All Day and buy merch. Buy Danhausen merch. Do you know how big of a weirdo you gotta be for wearing Danhausen merch and you're 40 years old? Do you know how big of a weirdo you are? Scratch that. How big a weirdo you'll be if you're like 26 and wearing that shit? I don't even know if a teenager want that speed. People buying teeth? Does people not understand that we wrestling fans, AEW fans, New Japan fans, we're not worried about merch. I didn't go to a fucking arena to buy merch. So I don't give a shit if the person doesn't sell merch. What I give a shit about is, can he fight in the ring? Can he make me feel uncomfortable at times? Can he make me feel the adrenaline? Can I see the aggression? Can I see the animosity, the passion, the never say give up attitude, the resiliency? That's what I'm focusing. That's my bread and butter. That's what I go to a wrestling show to see. I want to see a war of attrition. I'm not here to buy merch. What is this about these WWE fans and thinking about buying merch as a flex? I don't give a damn if a guy like, you know, Maria Shafir, I don't know, she got on top of my head for this reason. So merch, by the way, the Death Riders, I will buy that merch because it looks cool. But still, I don't need it. A lot of people were mad last night at Revolution, coming off of this rant, because it's the greatest pay-per-view of 2026 so far. Isn't it sad for WWE fans to realize that they had a 2-month run? Royal Rumble was garbage. All right? You had it in Saudi Arabia. Automatically, it's garbage. I'm sorry. Okay? Elimination Chamber, garbage. You gave tickets away for free. You gave tickets away for free because no one wanted to come to that shitty-ass Elimination Chamber show, even with CM Punk there. You raised ticket prices for WrestleMania. You banned people from having watch parties. And then as soon as you realize, oh shit, no one's coming because our product sucks, we can't really bullshit ourselves out of this anymore. You guys then lowered the ticket prices. You guys then lifted the restrictions on watching outside of the stadium. But yet people don't want to go. People don't want to spend thousands of dollars just to take a flight to Las Vegas, having to spend more money on hotels and accommodations, having to spend even far more on gambling, especially going out to a hotel, especially going out to a nightclub and all that stuff. And on top of that, having to pay like $2,000 for a WrestleMania ticket just so I could eat all day and buy merch and take selfies, because that's what you're going to be doing. Part of the WrestleMania is never the wrestling. It's always about the entrances and the presentation. That's why people go to these types of shows. They go to these type of shows because it's an extravaganza, right? They see the pyro and the performances. They're here to see a live concert. They're not here to see wrestling. That's why it's called sports entertainment for a reason. They're not wrestlers. They're circus clowns, right? They're circus attractions. And that's exactly what WWE and TKO is. A circus. A complete, utter circus. You know? Oh, he's bouncy. Jamie Long, yeah. He's bouncy. Yeah. You gonna make cartoons out of him now? You know, he's selling to 2K. No one cares. That's not a flex anymore. I haven't bought a single copy of WWE 2K because, quite frankly, I thought the gameplay sucks. It's not my speed. I don't like it. I think Raw for the original Xbox was a lot better. I don't know. It's just me. The fact of the matter is, I don't care. No one cares. No one who gives a shit about wrestling cares about merch or who's a draw. And to be perfectly honest with you, everyone in AEW is a fucking draw. Like, you're talking about people who don't draw. I pay money to see Will Ospreay. I pay money to see Kenny Omega. I pay money to see MJF and Heyman Page. I pay money to see the gimmick matches. I pay money to see Moxley. How is he not a draw? I pay money for Moxley and the Death Riders. How dare you? How dare you? I already got my ticket for Double or Nothing. I'm gonna be there in Offer Ash Stadium. I'll be there in Queens. You best believe that. Please. Got that shit on day one. They're not a draw. Listen, all because your dumbass refuses to watch AEW out of sheer bullshit tribalism does not mean these guys are not draws. And now it's getting bigger because here's what else happened on Revolution. Let's see some returns here. We got Adam Copeland, aka Edge. We got Christian Cage. He came back. My man Will Ospreay, God bless him, came back. He's ready to go. Kenny Omega came back. He came back from his video game tournament playing as Alex. Good for him. And how about Ronda Rousey, right? Ronda freaking Rousey? I told a lot of people here that she was going to be part of the AEW brand. And people didn't believe me. And people were sad that Ronda Rousey talked so much shit about the WWE because it is what it is. It's a money-hungry organization that caters to the most dumbest, simplest minded of fools. Look at you. You're going to spend thousands of dollars just to buy Danhausen merch? Why? Because he was from AEW. He was from AEW. How about Royce Keys? Yeah, my man Royce Keys. That's right. You're going to give him some love. You better give him some love when he shows up at the Raw after WrestleMania. So he's from AEW. And you know how you boys, you don't have any homegrown guys up there yet. Though you do have a couple. I'm looking at you, Trick. Trick Williams, he my dude. I like him. You got a good theme song and shit. I respect Trick Williams. Then I expect Obafemi. But everyone else, Thraki. All right? Everyone else, Thraki. All right? It has come to the point right now that you try to get edgy now. Now, 09 Orton is back. Wow. The 09 Orton is back. Look how he bloodied up Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, that's crazy. Meanwhile, I have seen a man stab another man's mouth with a fucking syringe. Let's talk about it. That was on the Texas Death Match. See, we don't do fake. We do realism. We do realism, boy. We want to put a vision into your minds that you will never get out of forever. And those thousands of people, there is one that's either traumatized by what he or she saw in disbelief. There are many people's mouths like wide open, like some of the silence that you hear is out of sheer disbelief. Like, what have they got themselves into? And let me tell you this, they love the hell out of it. We got the greatest talent in the world. Stop hating. The greatest talent in the world. What you have are circus acts. What you have are nice little celebrities that look great on a talk show or whatever the case may be. And that's it. They look amazing, but it's not wrestling. I'm not here for their aura. I'm here because I want to see them fight. And I bet you there's a lot of men and women in the WWE right now that is being held back just a little bit because they want their talent to show to the crowd. It's not really much about the wrestling. It's more about how you connect with the crowd through basically doing whatever Triple H tells you to do. And if you go over, great. We'll do more of it. If not, go on. They have their own stick, and it's great. Listen, a place like the WWE needs to exist, all right? Without it, you won't have things like AEW growing from the ashes into an alternative. You need something for the children, all right? You need something for the children, and that's what the WWE caters to, the children. And to me, that's noble. You know, it's like you want to introduce your little, 3-year-old kid or whatever to their first, wrestling show, and probably you like it, and it's great. Or the parents want to bring their 6-year-old son to a fucking, AEW pay-per-view to see a man get, crash through a plate of glass. And that's also great. That's also great. It's not for everybody. I get it. Maybe some of the violence is like too much for some of you. I get that. I can understand if you don't like to watch AEW because if you feel it's too violent. I get that. It's not for the faint of heart. It's really for the hardcore type of crowd who just gets it, who understands it, who understands it's not really about trying to suspend disbelief. It's about appreciating the men and women who have enough balls to do this type of thing, because I ain't gonna do it. Sure as hell, you ain't gonna do it. No one is gonna do it. But these guys and women, they're willing to put themselves through it because it's a drug to them. That's what it is. It's a drug to them. They can't help themselves. It's a feeling that none of us will ever experience. And I swear to Almighty Kaihiho, if one person from Twitter opens their friggin' mouths and talk about what such and such things, what a certain wrestler thinks, and you projecting as if you're him, I will slap the taste out your damn mouths. Period. You don't know their lives. You don't live their lifestyle. So stop pretending to live vicariously through them, you stupid marks. Live your own life. Build your own legacy. That's why I hate CM Punk fans. They are worse than Swifties. This man could do no wrong when in reality he's a complete asshole. If he's your best friend, listen, he's a great friend, yeah. Let's stick it 2 and 2. But he's a petty motherfucker, yeah. And he's fragile. He's a fragile bitch. That's it. Listen, God bless him. He have his money, he have his lifestyle. I don't. You know what? More power to you. You know? That doesn't negate the fact that you're a bitch. All right? And the fans are bitches for that. Who see no wrong in him. No, please. We have championship men like Nina Cross and Megan Bain. And listen. Listen, I'm doing this podcast because I know there's a lot of you on Twitter who really don't care about the matches that took place because you're never going to watch it, nor you should even care. Those who actually watched the pay-per-view, they know what happened. They know what's up. Every single thing is just a sheer, beautiful piece of excellence. I also like the showing from the dogs. Finley, Reagan, Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors. Clark Connors is going to be something special. I want to say that. Anyone who saw that match, Clark Connors got something. I don't know what it is, but Clark Connors, he got something. He got something huge. Like, he's going to be a force to reckon with. All 3 of these men are going to be nasty, but it's just like, there's something about Clark Connors that I don't know, man. It is fucking crazy. Now, so here's another one. You know what? I'm just gonna read through Twitter right now. I'm gonna read through how the WWE sickos are just reading it through Twitter. Okay. At one point, let me see. It was the Trios Championship. It was basically, okay, you know what? Let's really talk about this. So, let's talk about Ronda Rousey for a second. Let's talk about Ronda Rousey. All right, so Ronda Rousey appeared at the end of the Marina Shafir Toni Storm match to the shock of the entire crowd, and I say it was awesome. However, some person on Twitter, nameless, I don't, and this is this person's words, not mine, and I'm not gonna put that person's name out there, but I want to know your feelings about this. This person said AEW have signed a Sandy Hook, denying transphobic piece of shit who has spent her career whining that people don't respect her despite the fact that she's a Sandy Hook denying transphobic piece of shit. God damn. Damn. What did she do to you? What did she do to you? Put her against an openly queer woman like Tony is like, what? What? What in the depths of your mindset are you even thinking right now? It's like, where are we going through all of this? This is Alex Jones levels of insanity. This is like, okay. This is the WWE universe, people. This is you. Those are you. WWE fans, those are you. Those are you. All right? Those are you. You come up with these things. So let's put this thing up to speed here. You WWE people are mad that Ronda Rousey caught out on your shit. Your divas ain't shit. Your personnel ain't shit. You're price gouging people. Your talent is garbage. And as soon as she goes into a AEW ring, where she knows that she's going to be fighting against women who are complete badasses, who is not afraid to bleed, who is not afraid to throw down, they're not models, they're not former cheerleaders, you know? They don't come from like some Make-A-Wish Foundation. No, these are women who busted their asses all over the damn world from wrestling ring to wrestling ring just to perfect their craft. And her being the baddest woman on the planet, she's going to be facing against even badder women on the planet. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. Ronda Rousey was bored with the micromanaging of the WWE. She was bored of how things work over there. She took part in one ROH show against Athena, and now she's hooked. And now look, now she's having the time of her freaking life. Now, will it last? I don't know. But I am starting to think to myself that, and listen to me, listen to me. If CM Punk is to AEW as to the reason he went to the WWE, then Ronda Rousey as to the WWE is the sole reason she's in AEW. See how that works? Congratulations, WWE Universe. You got your very own CM Punk. I.e., you got a person that you just completely dislike with every heart, being, in your soul. And maybe she's maybe not a nice person. Maybe she is transphobic. I don't give a shit. I respect everyone's opinion. I respect anyone who wants to be anybody. I respect anyone who doesn't want to be anybody and don't want those views to be imposed on them. I am a true believer that by the time you die and you leave from this earth, only God himself will judge you. That day of judgment will arrive the moment you die. Until then, who am I to judge anyone of what their beliefs or non-beliefs are? Don't start violence over this shit. And don't start hurtful, hateful things. First off, none of us need to know any of this. I don't know where the hell you came from, but quite frankly, you need to relax. You need to relax. Ronda Rousey is going to be fighting against the toughest women out there in AEW, and we'll probably see her for who she truly is. A woman destined to kick a lot of asses. And I'm here for the ride. And hey, if it doesn't turn out great, guess what? She's gone too. She's gone too. It keeps on moving. Moving. That's all there is to it. But I think she's going to love it here. Because for one thing now, she has Marina Shafir. And she's going to be part of the Death Riders. And you know how Moxley is when she goes against badasses. She likes that. So, you know. And Tony Khan is not a prick like Triple H. He's actually a genuinely nice person. So he's going to listen to her. And he actually respects her. Oh, and by the way, and I know a lot of people are going to say she's not a draw. Listen, is she fighting Gina Carano in May on Netflix? So we're going to have an AEW star in the most talked about MMA fight of this year. Yes. Yes, you heard it, folks. AEW just infiltrated WWE headquarters. There we go. That's it. We did that. We did that, America. We did that. God bless you. We did that together. Together we did that. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, and Mystico. Mystico is now all elite. Dude, he's been all elite for months now. And then, okay, some other Twitter, some twit saying, oh, and Tony Khan can't help himself, so he signs yet another wrestler to a contract. AEW has enough TV time for everyone in 3 years, yet they keep signing more to play keep away. They become 2019 WWE, the very thing that's warned to become an alternative to. Oh, come on. Boo. Fucking who? Maybe they just don't want to be part of your shitty TKO corporation in which they take your likeness, they take your credibility, and they make sure they get a piece of it. You ever thought about that, you know? Maybe some people just rather have the money and yet have the freedom to do whatever the hell they want. It's not that hard to sign talent, you know? They have contracts, they have incentives. Mystico can go to CMLL, he can travel over the world whenever he wants to. See, that's another thing here, you know? When you're in the WWE, you're confined into the role of the WWE, which means if you're the type of person who's in the WWE that makes $100K a year, you're not going to go to another organization, travel somewhere, and make more money yourself. You can't even sell your own merch because you're the property of the WWE. They don't have that in AEW. They have their own merch, they have their own travels, they have their own schedules, they have whatever the case may be. This is why it's so easy to not have so many people on TV at once until they're needed, because they're good. They got their money, they're traveling, they're working on their craft, they're healthy. They don't have to travel so much. They don't have to do week to week to week. When you need it for a segment, boom, we're in there. That's it. It'll last for like a few months, and then boom, you get out, you do your own thing, you're getting paid. Everyone is good. Everyone is good there. So I do not understand why people are so mad that a man like Mystico is making more bank. Do people not forget that Tony Khan and his father owned the Jacksonville Jaguars and a soccer team, man? Do you know how many billions upon billions of dollars these guys have? They have disposable money, you know? You have the WWE trying to shank you for money. They're that broke. Like, they're so broke, they're trying to raise prices because they're that broke. Tony Khan doesn't have to worry about any of that. He doesn't. He plays the long game, sir. Small arenas, different towns where people rarely get wrestling. They have a good time. That's all there is to it. He's not losing money. And then another fact, he's not losing money. He's making money. You guys are losing money. TKO is losing money. There's a damn near falling out between them and ESPN. Come on, man. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Enough. It's tiresome. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. What's with all the... What's with all the pedophile jokes with the WWE universe? Every time a certain superstar, like say a Will Ospreay, comes in, no one knows. He's not even one of those. He's not even one of those. I'm saying this because the amount of toxicity that comes from the mouths of these ugly mouth breeders, these AEW mouth breeders. Oh, they want to be WWE so bad. I'm like I said, I'm just reading through all the sections around here. Oh my God. You know what, man? I really hate these people. I really hate the WWE universe. They're mad. They're mad. They're seeming mangry. I have never seen so many angry people. They don't even watch the product. They just see who's there and they just hate. Oh man. You guys are terrible. You need to relax. Take a chill pill. Get laid. Something. And then they're going to go to Raw, Monday Night Raw tonight. And I guarantee you, Cody Rhodes is going to find a way to lay an F-bomb. And then they're going to be saying, oh, that's the greatest moment of segment ever. That is like fantastic television. Look how gritty that WWE has become. Wow. We need more of this. Keep it up, Triple H. You know, they're going to butter up, because they want to lie to themselves. They want to be part of that little suspension of disbelief. They want to be in their comfortable little safe spaces. So they're going to say everything about, oh, how this Raw segment is better than the whole pay-per-view combined. Oh, okay, I get you. A Danhausen segment that lasts 20 seconds has been the greatest thing ever compared to the entire pay-per-view. This is exactly what they are going to say. This is why I don't do podcasts anymore. It really hurts. It really hurts my soul to hear actual human beings say the most vile, disgusting shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh man. Anyway, if I have to rate Revolution, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 pay-per-view. That's all there is. It's a 10 out of 10 pay-per-view. All right. They have something for somebody. And the pacing went well. Some of the women's matches were fine. Okay, make it 9 out of 10. Some of the women's matches were fine. They were fine. They made for great bathroom breaks. You know? I'm not saying that the match is bad by any means, but one of the things about AEW is they do not shy away from pacing. So you get exhausted from one epic match, you barely have enough time before the next match comes over. It's not like the WWE where a match ends and then they bombard you with over 10 minutes of advertisements, plus a 5-minute documentary of how the match started, then the entrances, and then the actual match itself, in which you barely hear a peep in the entire arena. But they sell out a lot. They sell a lot because people are sheep. It's the WWE. They're too big to fail, all right? They're never going to be in a decline. They're a household name, all right? It's embedded in your synapses. It's embedded in your subconscious to buy a freaking ticket to their shitty ass shows because you are sheep. Bah, you're Baba black sheep. That's all you. That's all you are. You're sheep. You're just a bunch of sheep, and that's okay. You're a bunch of sheep, and that's okay. Me, I'm a realist, man. I see blood and violence, I go to that. I'm a simple-minded man. I like my wars with a little bit of blood on the battlefield, you know, something like that. You know, something a man will think about. You know, war of attrition. That's all there is to it. I know I'm ranting a lot about this because my God, man, it's like, what an amazing pay-per-view. What an amazing ride I have been in. And I'm going to be there for double or nothing. So anyway, let me just stop ranting right now. Your comments, blah, blah, blah. Do all that bullshit. Like and subscribe. I don't give a shit. You know, I might not be back until next time or for a while. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is better be a great enjoyment. For those of you who haven't watched it, you're an idiot. For those who do, thank you. You guys are awesome. All right. See you. Take care. Peace.